Hey guys, kinggath here with another patch for Sim Settlements. This is patch 2.1.5, which I'm calling data nerding. So one of the things that's come to my attention recently is that some of you guys are pushing Sim Settlements to the max and have pulled off over 100 plots in an individual settlement. Now that has got to be hard to manage. I will also stop and say that is not recommended, especially on Xbox. If you're pushing up into the 30-40 settlers range, you're going to have a lot of problems. It's just the game just can't handle it on most systems. But if you're fortunate enough that it can, by all means, I would say that you should probably stop at about 128 plots, and that's just due to scripting limitations. Going beyond that, you'll start to run into odd quirks and whatnot. And on Xbox, you're pretty much limited to about 30 plots or so in any given settlement to avoid crashing, just because there's just too much going on and the system can't handle it. You essentially create yourself little downtown Bostons in your settlements if you go beyond that. So definitely keep those limitations in mind. But for those of you guys with crazy systems, I think these new tools are going to help. So one of the things I've done is if you pop into your, let's try not hitting that button. Go into your City Manager holotape, you'll notice there's a new section called Reports. Now right now Reports just moves some of the tools into this section so that it keeps it more organized, the Citizen Needs and Happiness Report. Now where it gets interesting is if you do the same but from your City Planner's desk. So as you know, the City Manager holotape is built right into the desk so you can access it. What you may not know is that there's a limitation in the game where the Pip-Boy doesn't act the same as normal terminals. So there are things that I can do on a terminal that aren't possible in a Pip-Boy. So I've used that to add a new report called the Local Plot Report. So if we run that, it will scan your settlement and it will tell you how many plots, divides them up by type. So we've got 3 agricultural, 1 commercial, 2 industrial, and a residential. And then if you activate any of these, it'll give you detailed information about those plots, telling you how many are assigned, how many are at each level, and then at the bottom there, it combines all of the stats of that group of plots to tell you how that group is affecting your settlement. So we can see at a glance here that we've got 3 agricultural plots that are all level 1. All of them are assigned, and they bring in a combined total of 6 food, cost us 3 water and 3 safety, or 3 defense, sorry, and bring in an income of 1.05. So this kind of data is all available for each plot type. Advanced Industrial is rolled in with regular Industrial just to keep this report from getting overwhelming. I'm always going to refer to plots by these 6 types. So if you don't have Industrial Revolution or any add-on packs, you might always have 0 for Martial and Recreational, but I'd highly recommend you pick up Industrial Revolution as it's got a lot of cool content in it. Alright, so that's it for this report. If you guys have suggestions for additional data or additional reports, please head to simsettlements.com. Go to the forums and you'll find a suggestions thread, which I will add a link to here. I do read through every single suggestion that gets posted there, whereas I won't necessarily see your suggestions if you're posting them in other locations. So definitely post them on the simsettlements.com forums. Alright guys, so the other thing I want to show you is a change I made to ASAM Vision. One of the other issues with those giant settlements is that ASAM Vision takes forever to activate because it actually has to go through scan and highlight the appropriate settlers or objects every time you activate it. So now what I've done is I've added a little bit of a delay so that when you activate it, it just tells you what it's about to change to. So that way you can cycle through these quickly, get to the one you want, and then pause for a second, and then that vision will be actually added. So in this case, I toggled all the way to upgrade and it went that quickly. Now obviously I'm in a tiny settlement, so it's harder to judge, but I have had this tested on large settlements and it works the same. But we're gonna pop over and I can just quickly go over to homeless, and you'll notice that there's a short delay and then the highlight begins. So that will allow you to cycle through that much more quickly and find the actual information you're looking for. Alright, so that should be it that I can show you on camera. Nothing else that I've added is flashy, but definitely check out the patch notes. There are little bug fixes and changes that you might want to be aware of. Otherwise, expect another patch in 2 weeks, as I am currently working hard on the next expansion for Sim Settlements. And if you missed the hotfix patch last week, don't worry. Each of my patches always includes all of the data from the previous. You never need to go back and install the older patches. You can always just install the latest one. Alright guys, as always, take care and enjoy the mod.